one last question for you. We've asked some of our other guests that have played in the NBL, and actually you even referenced it a little bit too about how the talent level in the NBL is, continually increasing. There's several NBA prospects. One that we brought up before on this podcast has been Kai Sotto. You're somebody that has NBA experience, G League, things like that. What have you seen so far from Kai Sotto in terms of NBA draft, like what he either does that works well for NBA or what he might need to work on, in your opinion, going forward?
Well, just from the game, I don't really watch the 36ers just because I just don't like the way they play. So I don't really watch too much of their games. But from the 3 times that we did play him, I think Kai Sotto, he didn't play the first game. He played the other 2. And he made all his free throws. I think he didn't really miss too many free throws. So I think at his size, you make your free throws, that's always a plus right there. You could stick around in the NBA at 7'2" from just knocking down all your free throws, putting pressure on the rim. So that right there was a good. I think he has nice touch. Obviously, he can play above the rim, can block shots, and the part that impressed me the most was like he has some offense to him. You can't just foul him, and he's gonna go to the line. He's gonna make his free throws, and it looked like he belonged out there. Like, I know he's young, but like you didn't really see too many mistakes. He kept the game simple and just showed like that he belongs. And I think his ceiling is pretty high. I think he has a pretty high ceiling and pretty good player to be that age and to be that height. So yeah, I think he's a good player and he's going to be a good player. I would think that he would, get a chance in the NBA just from his side, his upside, his ceiling. He's young and whatnot, and I think he'll be fine if he continues to work. And so I think he has a lot in his game that he can show and get better at.
So that actually kind of is an interesting point where you're talking about where you don't like to watch the 36ers. Why is that?
I just don't like the way they play, honestly. They just throw the ball inside, and it's just not entertaining to me. But depending on who they play, I may watch. But as far as like a Adelaide versus a Cairns, if it's lower ranking teams playing, like teams that are not in the Final Four, I don't really watch that unless they have a chance to knock off a bigger team. That can help us. But other than that, like, I'm not watching. I can't watch Adelaide. I don't want to watch them just throw the ball into the post. Like, no disrespect to their offensive game plan and whatnot, but I'd rather watch Netflix or something like that.
Now it's time for your Hungry Jacks NBL Top 10 Plays of the Week. At number 10, Josh Adams confidently driving into the lane, but Xavier could smash this one right off the window pane. Xavier always bringing that flavor as the Kings announce their top 10 return with this defensive burn. On to number 9, and Shea Illy got all the defenders to focus on him, so Jack White took off and met his pass at the rim. Jack's old Duke squad couldn't beat the Tar Heels, but this play's giving us all the feels as Shea sets up the Jack attack at the rack as Melbourne cruises in at number 9. At number 8, we've got ourselves a beautiful blind fine dime as Perth. Luke Travers uses his eyes as a brilliant disguise to surprise the Melbourne guys, and when this pass arrives, Matt Hodgson takes to the skies. The Wildcats get in at the rim at number 8. We're up to number 7, and we start with an Antonius Cleveland block. Then the Hawks are racing the other way with the rock. And in Antonius is owning this as he cranks that one home at the throne, getting Illawarra in at number 7. At number 6, it's Brisbane on the run, and Lamar Patterson throws this oop pass like a rainbow to Tom Digba for the hammer throw. Digba goes flying along the baseline to slam home that dime. That gets in at number 6 for the Bullets. On to number 5, and it's the 36ers Sotto scurrying ahead on the breaks thinking, Mitch better have my bunny, and yes, McCarron is sharing as he sends Kai on the fly, and from there that's an easy try, allowing